friends, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of the two-part series of my little chit chat. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather here. My voice is a little funny. Just trying to fight off some upper respiratory something that has gone through our household like wildfire. Anyway, so if you didn't see part 1, you can go back and watch that. They're not really connected, so it's not like you need to watch part 1 before you watch part 2. You can watch this and then go back to part 1 if you want. But anyway, enjoy part 2, and yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments and enjoy.
Okay, the next topic I want to talk about is my handbag collection. Because I actually, instead of this video, I didn't really anticipate filming this video today and getting it up. I was planning on filming this sort of a la Amelia, going through my handbag collection and help me decide what bags should stay or go. Because I realized something, and I guess this then will lead me into the next conversation of people's channels shifting a bit and shifting focus, and in some cases shifting quite dramatically, but in some cases maybe just shifting slightly or just less of a certain amount, type of content, that kind of thing. But I don't really use my bags very much because honestly, you guys, I probably don't leave the apartment, or if I do, it's to go down to the gym or go down to get the mail or maybe to walk around the corner to get an energy drink or something. And if I do that, I'm just taking my phone with me because I can just tap. Or I'm going to Pilates. Again, I don't bring anything with me except my phone and my AirPods. So I would say out of 7 days a week, maybe I go out with a bag 3 days a week. And that's probably the most. Like, if I had to guess, it probably is closer to an average of 2 days a week that I actually use my bags. And knowing that, that's a lot of money sitting on a shelf to not get used. And so I am going to be doing a vlog sale. And I'm certainly not saying that I am going to be parting with all of my collection. I'm certainly not saying I'm going to part with even the majority of my collection. That is not my anticipation or my projection of how this is going to go. But I really feel like I need to look at my collection, and if I haven't used a bag in the last 6 months, year, whatever it is, it just needs to go, because I get very little use out of my bags to begin with. And then to have bags that are just sitting there, it just makes no sense. If you're hearing my stomach, I am so sorry because it's really loud. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but anyway, I'm not going to be Lydia Elise Millen or some of the other big influencer. I don't consider myself an influencer, but you know what I mean. Big content creators with hundreds and thousands of, if not up to 1 million or whatever, subscribers and followers on Instagram and all that. I'm not selling my whole bag collection and I'm just turning away from luxury. I'm not doing that, okay? But I have just realized that I don't have the need for the number of bags I have, given how infrequently I use them. Now, one could say that I never needed the number of bags that I have, right? I mean, I think all of us in this luxury community, if they're being honest with themselves, would say, oh, I mean, you don't need that many bags at all. I think a lot of us have done those videos of the 5 bags you need in your collection, right? An everyday bag, a tote bag, an evening bag, a rainy day bag, and I don't remember the other one. Anyway, but my point is that yes, you could have a few bags that would cover all the different possible opportunities you need to carry a bag for, and that would be it, right? And all of us have way more than that. So I'm not saying that I'm going to cut down to that one rainy day bag, that one everyday bag, because I wear different colors and things like that. I don't want just a black bag as my everyday bag. I would like a black one, and I would like a brown colored one. I would like maybe a fun colored one. So my point is, I'm not going that direction, but I do think that to have bags sitting in now this closet system, just sitting there makes no sense. Not to mention the fact that, you guys, I have no room moving to this apartment, which we love, by the way, and is really not very much smaller than our other place. But closet space, we were very blessed with closet space at our co-op. So giving that up meant that I can't space out my bags. They're not out in a lovely display anymore in my closet. They are literally lined up. Like, if you go to the Chanel boutique and they open the cabinet behind the counter or whatever, and all the classic laps are lined up, bookends kind of thing, all in a row. That's basically how my bags are. So it's not even like I can look at them and enjoy them because they have the IKEA systems, the pack systems that we got, they have doors on all of them because they're out in our bedroom. So, they need it to look more like furniture as opposed to like a closet. So you will be seeing that video coming. Probably, I'm guessing now it'll probably be my Friday video that you'll see that going through my bag. So you'll actually sort of see a collection video, I guess, because I've never done one of those. But it'll kind of be a little bit hard because unfortunately I can't film straight on into that cabinet because, like I said, we don't have a ton of room. And in order to put my camera in a way that you could see it, it would have to be like sitting on the bed, which I don't think is a really stable place to put my camera. So anyway, so look forward to that. And with that, then I will kind of segue into some people's channels shifting a little bit and also potentially whether my channel will shift or not shift. So recently, Dale from I was going to say Dale's Addiction. It's not Dale's Addiction anymore. It is Undone with Dale, Undone by Dale. I just was messaging her on Instagram and I'm like, I'm sorry, I cannot get used to your new name. She sent me something and I didn't even recognize the name. I'm just so used to seeing Dale's Addiction. Anyway, I will put her proper name up on the screen now. But she did a video as Dale's Addiction before she changed her channel name. And I think the name that she picked is so apropos. I mean, I love the name she picked because it's so her, right? I mean, she's always talked about that she's done but undone kind of thing. And just that she had become bored with luxury. She still loves her luxury things, right? I don't think she's become bored with her particular items or things like that. But I think it had more to do with the content and things. And you've seen Deb talk about that because of some other financial priorities that they have, which sounds like an incredible thing. I don't know what it is. Whatever this is something they're really looking forward to and really excited about. And so those discretionary funds that she had, those kind of need to be diverted elsewhere. And so we should anticipate really not seeing unboxings from her and kind of what will that do to her channel. And she talked about maybe potentially bringing in some of her fitness content. She is huge into working out and fitness and lifting and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's incredible what she has done over the last few years. And so maybe sharing some of that content on that channel, or she did talk about maybe would that be more appropriate to start a second channel and would people watch it in any way? I would even say that we've seen some shifts in other channels where it's not necessarily talked about, but I've seen Meredith unbox some really fun, unusual, quirky, those wicker bags are really cool. I feel like we've seen fewer unboxings from her as well. And again, she's not mentioned any shift in her content, but she has mentioned that her content, the number of videos that she makes may go down. She's doing a great job on TikTok. If you guys aren't following her on TikTok, you absolutely should. She shares mostly beauty and also some fashion over there. And I have really gotten into TikTok as well. It sort of started as an offshoot of my other channel to talk about GLP-1s and weight loss and fitness and maintenance and things. And then it's kind of morphed more into wig wearing and talking about not being afraid to wear wigs and normalizing it and showing and unboxing wigs and things like that, as well as now some beauty content and also quite a bit of fashion. And that's really where my passion kind of lies right now, is really more in the fashion sense, because you're going to see a couple of other unboxings from me this year, but I don't know, nothing really excites me. Although I will say I'm intrigued to see the new collection from Fendi when it drops for spring, summer. That is probably the first collection that I have seen from Fendi in probably 2 years that I eyes have sort of lit up, and I just, yeah, I think it's really interesting the direction they're going in. And I think you're seeing that from a lot of the different fashion houses, right? I mean, gosh, look at what happened at Chanel. I mean, that last runway was so not Karl Lagerfeld or so not Virginie. Huge departure. I mean, yeah, there was still Chanel-esque, but I mean, I loved it. I mean, I thought it was really cool, way more kind of streetwear. And anyway, so that has gotten me a little bit excited. But I found honestly that I am sort of, you know, diverting my funds more into luxury ready to wear and just clothing in general. I'm really enjoying the body that I'm in right now. I work out 4 times a week and I love seeing my muscles and things that I've worked really, really hard for, and sort of showing that off through clothing and through style. So you're not going to see probably many unboxings from me either, because there hasn't been anything recently except for the mirror collection, which, I got my bag and I'm thrilled about. I haven't really seen anything that's really making me save some money for and put aside to buy or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. And so whether my channel shifts a little bit, I'm still going to do luxury content. I'm not getting away from luxury because it's still something I love. I love beautiful things, but I love beautiful things at all price points, right? I can love a beautiful faux fur coat from Zara just as much as I can love a cashmere cardigan or a leather jacket from Louis Vuitton, right? I mean, so I love kind of both ends of the spectrum, and I love mixing and matching those things and kind of doing that sort of kind of high-low styling. So you guys may not want to watch. I mean, I certainly see when I do styling videos that the views are definitely down because most of you who came to my channel are here for luxury content. You're here for luxury unboxings, and you're here for first impressions or wear and tear videos, or I don't really do what's in my bags, but comparison videos, or the best bags for this and the worst bags for this, and things along those lines. But I don't know. I think sort of like Dale, that it just, I don't know. If you're not unboxing things, it's kind of hard to come up with new content. I mean, I guess you can kind of recirculate, do another comparison video, or do another what's in my bag video, or do another first impressions, or I've had this bag for a year, let's look and see what's happened to it and how am I liking it, and that kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, I think especially videos like that where you're reviewing a bag after you've had it for 6 months or a year or something, I think those are incredibly valuable videos to film and for people to be able to find, right? Because there's multiple sides of YouTube, right? There's the just watching it for pure entertainment purposes, which is probably 90% of the reason that I watch YouTube. But there's another 10%, and for a lot of people, it's more than that. It is a search engine. It is a way to find out, right? It's a way to find a video to put that IKEA thing together, because God knows those stupid instructions they give you with no words and just pictures make absolutely no sense. So you want to follow a video of somebody who did it and did it successfully, right? Or you want to know, I'm thinking about this bag, how does it wear? So you search Pochette Matisse wear and tear or whatever, right? And you probably come up with a whole bunch of videos of showing it. So there's absolutely value in those, and I will continue to make those. I even feel sort of like Amelia touched on this recently when she was talking about her break from YouTube, and that it was just kind of a struggle to think about content to make, and if it's going to be a struggle and you're already dealing with a lot of other competing life things, that YouTube is kind of going to be the thing that's going to go. And for her, that was, right? And so she kind of stepped away for several months and didn't film and whatever. And now she's back and she's doing great things. But I will continue to do that myself. But I do think that I will start to do a little more fashion content because I really, really love that right now. I'm just really loving putting outfits together. I'm doing a series on my TikTok, which is what I wear as a work from home woman over 50, and just basically filming my 5 days a week what I wear when I'm working from home, because a lot of us work from home. And I may do a separate video about this, but this whole concept of fantasy life and buying things for our fantasy life, I want to talk about how that differs from buying things for your aspirational life. And I think there's a difference. So I got this idea from Lisa D1 here on YouTube. She did a video, I think, sort of discussing this concept. And I've realized that about myself, and whether it came from losing weight and then sort of feeling better about myself and my self-esteem going up, and that maybe that's what made the shift in my mind. But I've definitely changed in how I dress and how I present myself, even when I'm just sitting over at this desk here in a chair for 8 hours a day. And so I think that's important to talk about. And so again, as a result of that has really reignited my love of fashion and wanting to put outfits together. So, I would love for you all to stick around. I don't think it's going to be a huge change. As I said, I will still have luxury content mixed within there, but I do think you will probably see more styling videos and more, what's new to my wardrobe and trends for whatever season it is. And, maybe trends I'm not going to be following, trends I am going to be following, how to incorporate looks on the runway into your real life wardrobe, that kind of thing. So I think that's something I would like to explore more of on my channel, and that may be that I show you more things from Walmart or Amazon, non-luxury items. But I think I've shown on this video that you really can mix high and low together to get a really beautiful look. And I don't think that you have to spend thousands of dollars in order to look put together. Now, again, some of you may have absolutely no interest in that content, and all you care about are seeing unboxings and bag reviews and things like that, and hearing more about luxury sort of topics. And that's fine. I hope that you'll at least stay subscribed, and when those videos come up, that you will watch them and like and comment and all those things. But I also hope that some of you out there will be interested in the fashion content and styling and kind of going that direction as well. I mean, it's not that I haven't done this kind of content on my channel already. I mean, clearly I have, but as I said, views are definitely lower, and that's fine. But maybe some other new people will find me as a result of that. But I'm not going to change my channel name. It's still going to be Luxury and Life in the Middle, because to me, I'm still in the middle of my life, and life kind of encompasses everything, right? So I think life means what we're doing here in New York City, and vlogging maybe shopping trips, as well as what's going on with my family, what's going on in my personal life, what's fashion and what I'm doing, and all those kind of things. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I think people, we change and we evolve, right? And it's not that I don't love my luxury bags and my luxury shoes. I mean, I've got my Roger Vivier loafers on again, right? Because I love them so much, and they are so comfortable, and they go with so many things in my wardrobe. But, it doesn't mean that I'm also not interested in other things. And I think that there's a place for those other things on this channel. I certainly felt like my weight loss and fitness health journey belonged in a separate space, which is why I created A Little Less Lisa, and why I still continue that channel, because I think it is very different from what I have ever really talked about here. So I think that necessitated a separate channel. I don't know that this content necessarily requires a separate channel, but I don't know, let me know. But I'm not going to do 3 channels. That would be crazy. But anyway, so yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Definitely keep your eyes out for that video where I go through my collection and we look at the bags that need to go, and then you will see a vlog sale. So I might also do some ready to wear. I do have some higher end pieces. I've got some Jenny Kane sweaters and things that I bought last fall, but I've lost some additional weight since then, and so now they're too big. I also have some pieces still left from a previous vlog sale, which are in storage, so I'd have to get those out. But some Louis Vuitton pieces. I think there was maybe a Fendi piece left. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. And if you do enjoy this kind of content and potentially some variety of content, I'd love to see you back here. So click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you will know every time I upload a video, which is definitely not on any set schedule at the moment. That's another thing. Just, life is lifing and, I've only got so many hours in the day. But anyway, it'll let you know when I upload a video if you click that little bell, so that will help. If you want to keep on watching, there'll be one over in the corner that you can click on, and wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.